Cristiano Ronaldo is amongst the best players in football history. But what happens if you move three very distinct versions of him to the same team on Football Manager? Teaming up with himself, can he win some of the biggest prizes in world football? Let's find out. And we've gone back to July 2005. Manchester United will have three Cristiano Ronaldos lacing their boots at Old Trafford this season. 20-year-old Ronaldo is from the 2006 edition of Football Manager. 2 decades ago, his play was typified by his exceptional pace and elite dribbling technique, constantly looking to beat his man, create opportunities, or find the back of the net himself. FM 2016 Ronaldo is 10 years his senior. This year would see Ronaldo win his 4th Ballon d'Or as he scored 51 goals in all competitions, helping Real Madrid triumph in the Champions League final over Atletico. In terms of stats, this is amongst the most potent form he showed in his entire career. It will be interesting to see how he adapts. Finally, we have 38-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo from Football Manager 2024. Athletically, his attributes have begun to decline, but he still possesses that elite finishing quality which has seen him score so many goals with Al Nassr. Pair that with a very determined mentality, he will be a huge asset at the club. Tactically, we're going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. The two younger versions of Cristiano will occupy each wing position, with Wayne Rooney in between. The team has been encouraged to play with an attacking style. With a midfield of Keane and Scholes, and a very solid defence behind them, it's going to be interesting to see what this side can achieve. Let's move through the season and see what happens. And it wouldn't take long for our three Ronaldos to make an impact on the field. Some lax defending by Curtis Davis sees the 38-year-old break in behind and finish with ease. 2 minutes later, his 30-year-old counterpart would also get on the score sheet, creating just enough space on the edge of the box before an absolutely elite finish. Despite taking a 3-goal lead, United's second half performance was nothing short of disastrous. A brace from Nathan Ellington was followed up by this Richard Chaplow finish. The game would finish 3-3 as United dropped 2 points. Over the next 4 league games, United would pick up 6 points out of a possible 12. Trailing on the south coast, this goal secured another point against Portsmouth. So far, our three Ronaldos have been combining well on the field. One of my favourite goals of the season came against Middlesbrough, with CR7 breaking down the wing. He squares it for his 20-year-old counterpart to finish. As we rapidly approach the midway stage of the campaign, United would face Liverpool for the first time this season. Again, it would be Ronaldo on the score sheet, cancelling out Steven Gerrard's opener. So far, United are down in 8th position in the table. However, they do have 2 games in hand over their rivals. If they could pick up 6 points in those, they'll move into a European position. Whilst they've only lost twice so far this season, they're having way too many costly draws. In the remaining games, they'll need to cut those out to have any chance of climbing the table. But let's briefly see how United performed in other competitions. With an early elimination in the League Cup and a semi-final penalty defeat to Chelsea in the FA Cup, the Champions League offered Man U another chance for silverware. But it wouldn't be straightforward progression to the latter stages. A draw and defeat to Lille and Vålerenga left their qualifying chances in limbo. But 7 points from their final 3 games meant they not only progressed to the round of 16, but also importantly topped the group. A comfortable victory over Real Betis set up a quarter-final clash with Portuguese giants Porto. Ronaldo 38 would be the difference. Again, he would find space and fire past a helpless Helton. Wayne Rooney was the creator, setting up his second goal of the game. In the 87th minute, he'd complete his hat-trick. The second leg would finish 2-2. United progressed, setting up a semi-final with PSV Eindhoven. Another one-sided affair would follow. 3-0 on aggregate, United will travel to Paris for the final. Similarly to reality, Arsenal have also qualified for the gold medal match. Theirs is a team with no shortage of quality, however they were missing Sol Campbell and Robert Pires with injury. It would take 78 minutes for the game's only goal to arrive. And just like that, United have their hands on Europe's ultimate footballing prize. Whilst 38-year-old Ronaldo would finish second in the competition's Golden Boot race with 8 goals, it was his younger version who topped the assists chart, registering 11 in total. To say they played an integral role here would be an understatement. But let's move back to the league and see what the final few months have in store. January would see their inconsistent form continue. An early dismissal of Rio Ferdinand left the side in the lurch against Blackburn. Craig Bellamy would score their second in the opening 20 minutes. Morten Gamp's Pedersen's second half volley ensured a disappointing day for the Old Trafford club. A month later, and another of my favourite goals from the season. Definitely reminiscent of another goal he scored in North London against Arsenal in the Champions League all those years ago. In all, there would be 6 free-kick goals during the course of the campaign. A final Ronaldo goal involvement would arrive on the road at Upton Park. Some nice passing in the build-up, before Rooney once again finds his striker with a cute pass. Whilst the triumvirate of Ronaldos kept finding the back of the net all season, one person who didn't benefit all that much from their arrival, in the league at least, was Wayne Rooney. He would register just 7 goal contributions all season. The 38-year-old Ronaldo would finish as United's top scorer with 16 conversions. His 30-year-old counterpart managed 11, and the youngest version would find the back of the net 6 times. Fundamentally though, this just wasn't a squad which scored all that many goals in the league. In the entire year, they scored just 48 times, meaning someone called Ronaldo's nearly scored 70% of their goals all season. But where did they finish in the table? It would be 5th, just 1 point off a top 4 finish. Similarly to the first half of the season, they were quite difficult to beat, but just drew way too many matches to launch a serious challenge for the title. Cristiano Ronaldo is fondly remembered for his form at Old Trafford. During a trophy-laden spell with the club, he'd routinely score fantastic goals, whilst competing fiercely in one of the most successful teams in modern football history. Here with 3 very distinct versions of himself, he continued that success, accumulating even more silverware.